Hey guys, it's me again. I just wanted to share with you guys some brushes that I recently purchased. I've had the chance to use them. I've washed them all at least once, and the ones that I've reused, I have washed them again. So I'll go ahead and get started with this. This is actually the Real Techniques brushes from Samantha Chapman. I purchased all of them because they're very affordable and I've heard great things about them. So I bought all of them. The first set that I got is this one right here. They come better packaged. I just saved these so that I could refilm this video because the first time I filmed this, it was completely horrible. And I do understand my videos are not the best quality either, but yeah, that one was really bad. Like, it was so windy, you couldn't hear me, and it was just ridiculously horrible. So this is the first set here, and this one comes with 5 brushes and then the panoramic case. Okay, and they come like this. I put these in the case, whoop, upside down. I put this in the case so you guys could see how they look inside the case. I personally don't like the case. Not that I don't like it, but I don't find it useful for myself. But it's kind of pretty cool, so I'm assuming this might work well for others. It comes like this, and you can use this as a little handle when it's closed, but you can also open this up, bend it back, and just Velcro it in, and maybe set it down when you're working with it. You can also bend it back, and if you pull this thing here, if I can get it done here, if you pull this thing here, it'll actually stay. So there, it's standing up all on its own. It looks like that, and this is really cool. Like I said, it might work for other people. I don't find it useful for myself as of now, but I think it is a really unique case, and it's kind of cool. It has these little elastic bands that just keep your brushes in there. Even if you just pack them up and travel with them, that's kind of cool. And on this other side, it does have space for other brushes. So this particular one, I'm going to go through the brushes with you. This one here is the base, right there. This is the base shadow brush, and it looks like this, and it's not completely flat, and it's kind of tapered in. I really like this brush. It's nice and fluffy. They're all synthetic Teflon. Next brush is this one here. This is a Pixel Point eyeliner brush. This one you can do your eyeliner with. You can do thick or thin ones is what it says. It's pretty thick though. I'll show you comparison to their other liner brush that they have. But it's kind of thick, a little thicker than I'd like, but I'm excited to use it either way. Sometimes I do my eyeliner really thick at the top. The next brush here is this one here, and this is the accent brush. And it's very tiny. This is one of my favorite brushes of all of the Samantha Chapman Real Technique brushes. This one is so small. I really like this brush to highlight under my brow. I like it for highlighting in the inner tear duct. And what else? There's so many uses for this tiny brush. Very nice. I also like to set a little highlighter like on my Cupid's bow because it's small enough to do all those little details with. So I really like that brush. The next brush I have here is the Deluxe Crease brush, and it looks like that, and it's pretty thick. So it's a really thick brush. I like this brush also for blending, but you can also put shadow in your crease and it won't be too concentrated. So it's a really nice option. That right there. Not one of my favorites so far, but I like having so many different brushes because it just depends on what you're doing with your makeup. You'll need a whole assortment of brushes. Next brush here is the brow brush, and it looks like that. And it's very, very soft. But at first I thought that it might not be as stiff out as I would like, but it actually works well. The only thing I would like is if it was a little bit thinner so that when you're working on the tail part of your brow, it would be a little more precise, but still a nice brush. I'm trying to see if I can show you guys the thickness of it. So it's kind of thick, but I haven't used it too much, but it is a nice brush. Definitely a good deal. So that was the first set. The second set, and I took these out of the cases, the next two sets, because I don't particularly like the cases. So, but not, I don't like it. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I don't find them useful for myself. The next set is the Travel Essentials set here. And it comes with 3 brushes. And the 3 brushes that it comes with is the multitask brush, which is this one. And you can use this brush for powder. You can use it to buff out your foundation, like a kabuki brush. You can use this for contouring, bronzer, blush. It's a really good size, and it's very, very soft. If you can see the movement of the brush, very soft bristles. I've used this one a lot, and I really like it. It's a good size. I like it for buffing out my face, or powder is also really good. So that's one brush. The next brush is the domed shadow brush, and it looks like this. And it's a really nice brush. And again, they're very, very soft. And the purple brushes are for your eyes, and the gold ones are, I think, more for your face, and also the pink ones. Okay, so the third brush in this set is the Essentials Foundation brush. This one I have not had a chance to use yet. I'm not particularly a fan of these type of foundation brushes. I mean, I will use them, but this one does seem softer. It seems like it might give you a better finish, so I have to try that out. I honestly have not tried it out, but it's just a foundation brush. So it looks like that. I'll make sure to show you there. So that is another set. It also had a panoramic case that came with it. The next set that I purchased was the Core Collection, and these are face brushes. And this also comes with a panoramic case, as you can see there. You can see that there. And there's 4 brushes included. The first one is the Detailer brush. It looks like that, and I really like this brush because it's small, and it's very soft, and you can use it to use concealer on your blemishes and things like that. So I really like this brush, and as you can tell, it is dirty. That brush. The next brush that it comes with is the pointed foundation brush, and it looks like that. And I slightly use this one. I do like it, and I like the size. I like how small it is and how soft it is. And I don't know if you can tell, but the bristles, they all go up. They're different sizes is what I'm trying to say. The bristles are different lengths, and it makes the application really, really good. Next brush it comes with is the buffing brush, and it looks like this. This is for mineral powder and foundation, mineral foundation and powder. Looks like that. Very soft brush. This one is very dense, so it's really nice. It's supposed to give you a really flawless look. Okay, 4th brush in the set is the contour brush, and it looks like this, and I really like this for blush. As you can tell, it has blush on it. Looks like that, and it kind of goes into, like, it's kind of tapered, or do you see that? The shape of it is so perfect. I love it. It's very, very soft. Very soft. So I really, really like that brush also. One of my favorites. Next brush I have is the foundation brush, and it's the angled foundation brush. And it looks like that, and I didn't think I was going to like this brush that much, even though I got it anyways because I really wanted to try it. And I really like this for applying lotion and primer. So this is a really cool brush. You see how it's fanned out? It looks like it's like a broom. You know, have you ever set your broom down and it kind of like bends to the side? It kind of looks like that to me. I'm a weirdo. Okay, so that one's really nice also. And I do like that for, like I said, moisturizer and for applying primer. Okay, other brush that I got here, which is one of my favorite brushes. I really like this one also. This is the Expert Face brush, and it looks like that. And I actually use this for contouring. It's really good to get in there. Can you see the shape? It's kind of like, it's not round. It's a really nice size and really great brush. It's really dense also, which I really like. Really dense brush. One of my favorites. And this one says it's good for cream or liquid foundation to blend it in, but I use it for contouring. So far that's all I've used it for, is contouring. Next brush I got is the stippling brush. This one I have not used yet, but it looks like that. Just like any other stippling brush, I think, but the size is a little different. I like the size of this brush a lot, and you can't tell there, but I'm actually just standing it on my computer there, so I like that these that come separately, you can just set them on the counter or your vanity or wherever you set your brushes. So that's kind of cool. It's a nice brush. I haven't used it yet, but I love stipple brushes. So I'm sure I'll love that one too. And it's a different size than other ones that I have, so that's a plus. Okay, this next brush I also like very much, and it's the 2-in-1 folding brush. And it looks like this. It's a kabuki brush. And okay, so it looks like that. And it opens up like this, which is my favorite part. Do you see now it's a long brush? And you can use that to either, you can use it to contour, you can use it to apply blush, you can use it to buff out your face. But I just really love this brush because it opens up like this. I don't have any other brush that does that, so I thought that was pretty neat. So very cool brush, very, very soft. Next brush on the list is the blush brush. And if I can get out of here, it looks like this. It's also like the shape of a tulip. It's kind of big, but I really like it. I like it just to set a little bit of bronzer and stuff like that. It's a really nice brush. Very soft, not dense. It's a good powder brush also. I don't know what else to say about this brush. It's really nice. I love the shape. I love how fluffy it is. This one I've washed it twice, and it still has a pretty good shape on it, and it's so fluffy and so soft. I love these brushes. They're so soft. Okay, next brush I got is the powder brush, which I use a lot also. And this one is also very fluffy, not dense. You see that? I wish you guys could feel these brushes because that's why I like them. So this is a powder brush. I really like the size, if you can see the size here. It's a really nice soft brush, and I like it to set powder or to just buff out my face, make sure everything's nice and blended, you know, contour, highlight, all that stuff. Really good size brush, also stands on its own. The next brush that I have is the fine liner brush, and it looks like this. And this one is much better than the other one that I showed you earlier. This is the fine liner brush that you purchase separately, and this is the one that comes in the starter set. So let's put these together so you guys can take a look. I like the fine liner brush better than the Pixel Perfect brush. I believe it's called Pixel Point eyeliner brush. So I like the thinner one much better. But that's what they look like. It's cool that you get two different brushes. Next brush is the shading brush, and I do like this brush a lot. Shading brush looks like this, and as you can tell, it has corrector on it. So I use this today for under my eyes to put on some corrector to hide those ugly dark circles. So it looks like that. That's the size of it. And I find it really nice for that purpose. So it is a shader brush, but that's what I like it for. for my corrector. Next brush is, I think this is, no, second to last. This is second to last. Next brush I have is a setting brush, and it looks like this. Okay. Again, the bristles are different sizes, and just looks really nice. I like this particular brush for highlighting. Like you can highlight under here, highlight there, and it does come to a point, if you can see that, not like a really thin point, but because they're different sizes, these bristles don't get in the way. If you put a little bit of highlighter there, you can go down the nose, you can go in more precise areas, go and highlight down here, highlight under the chin. It's a really nice brush. I really like this brush. You can also use this to apply some powder under your eyes to set the corrector and just sweep that over. A really nice brush, great size, very soft, just like the other ones. Okay, the last brush on the list is a really exciting brush for me. This is the Lash Groomer brush. This brush looks like this, and I really like this. Is very nice and stiff, and this one you can use to comb out your brows. And on the other side has this little cap. You take that off, if I can get it off. What did I do? Okay, you can get it off, and it looks like that. So it's not your typical brush. This is really nice for getting rid of all those mascara clumps that you have after you apply mascara. So it's really nice for that. I really like this brush. I find it to be very unique than other brushes you get in sets. You can buy these type of brushes elsewhere, but it's a really good price for a really nice brush, and it's just, I just like this brush a lot also. I think that was all the brushes. Yeah, that was all the brushes that I got. That was all the brushes that I got, and I will list all the information for the prices on the information bar. So just check that out. Definitely worth the money, and I would buy these over and over and over again. I might buy a few other ones because, for example, the Expert Face Brush, this one, the one I told you I was using for contouring, I really like this brush, and I want to get a couple more of these brushes. The only downside right now that I see is certain ones that come in sets, I would like to purchase just the brush, just one of the brushes in the set alone, and I don't think you're able to do that yet, but hopefully in the near future you'll be able to do that, because yeah, I think sometimes you might just want another brush from inside the set and you'd like to buy it single. But the price is great. You could buy another set if you wanted to, and it's not gonna break the bank. So yeah, hope you found this helpful, and I definitely recommend these brushes. They're very affordable, and they're great.